Tak se jdem svést s ženskou.
Listen, I'm not your girlfriend.
Poslouchej, nejsem tvá přítelkyně.
And I'm not your mother.
Ani tvá matka.
But you'd better finish that pickle.
Ale měl bys sežrat tu okurku. Jinak ji ukradnu. Takže kdo seš?
Me? I'm a waitress, dummy. Waitresses have to be whatever people want them to be.
Takže tady pracuješ?
Yeah, but not today.
Jo, ale ne dneska. A tak co tady děláš, vole? Máš být doma? Vařit hry nebo koukat na seriály nebo něco? Promiň, že jsem tě sem vytáhl jakože v tvůj nepracovní den.
That's okay. It's nice to sit on the other side of the counter for a change and see how the other half lives.
A to mě ještě odveze, jo? To je divný.
This music, isn't it dreamy?
Ne. Promiň. Nám se to nějak baglo, nebo? Proč mi to tady jede po tom stole? Halo? What happened? Není to můj šálek kávy úplně? Jako?
We both have to live by our wits. Hitchhiking isn't an easy trade. Waiting tables
Mravenci.
isn't either. I'll show you what I mean. Corned beef hash with 3 eggs over easy, whole wheat toast and hash browns. 2 eggs scrambled with bacon, sausage, English muffin and French fries with mayo instead of ketchup. 3 eggs over easy with well-done bacon and a side salad. Hold the toast. Greek omelet with well-done hash browns and white toast. A short stack of blueberry pancakes. Coffees all around.
Já tě vůbec neposlouchám, promiň.
So, how many orders of toast were there? Okay, here it is. Corned beef hash with 3 eggs over easy, whole wheat toast and hash browns. 2 eggs scrambled with bacon, sausage, English muffin and French fries with mayo instead of ketchup. 3 eggs over easy with well-done bacon and a side salad. Toast, Greek omelet with well-done hash browns and white toast. A short stack of blueberry pancakes, coffees all around, and 1 Diet Coke. So, how many orders of toast?
2, nevím.
Yep. Well, unless you count the English muffin. Then it's 3.
OK, seš dobrá.
I figure there's an art to hitching a ride.
Hodiny?
You have to be able to read people very quickly. Waiting tables is no different.
To mám
you get to know what people want before they know what they want.
Shit, jsme propásli ty brejle. Oh.
When I picked you up, with you it was easy. Your mind is an open book. Seeing you wandering through that street in the suburbs, clutching that strange blue box like a talisman.
What?
I could see that you needed a good rest, a good meal, and a
takhle se pozná ADHD. Čumíš, kolem sebe.
It's good you managed to lose
hledáš něco na zastřelení.
Let me guess, did he try to make you promise to meet him again?
Byl to podivín.
He doesn't mean badly, Hops.
Však to nemyslel špatně. Co ten detektiv tady furt mě sere a tam?
That's why he has all that junk in his car. Can't let go of anything. Can't change.
What the fuck?
People like to solve problems with the tools they understand. Hops thinks all the useful tools are in the glove box of his own memory. That's why it's good you got clear of him. He's a bad influence for someone like you.
Jak to?
You need to let go to move on.
Dobrá rada, ale...
I don't know, but driving in the rearview mirror will only get you so far. You can't live in the past.
Ještě něco někde.
Well, judging by the faces in this place, you can't live in the present either. Look at these blue screen zombies. Everyone glued to their phones. Depressing.
Dneska je to typický, že všichni hledí do telefonu.
Not you two, though.
Jak my dva? Jsem tady sám.
You and your girlfriend.
Kdo dva? Ty a tvá přítelkyně.
Although, maybe not in a good way. That was some argument.
Co se to kurva děje tady?
You were right over there, sitting at the counter.
Ano. O čem jsme se hádali?
I'm not one to eavesdrop. Something about text messages.
Něco ohledně SMSek, být přítomný a tak.
Couple arguing somewhere in public in the 21st century. I only caught the end of it. It was one of those things that suddenly boils over. One moment you were sitting there having your strawberry rhubarb pie and trying to figure out where the next gas station is. The next moment, when I came back with your check, there was this big scene with you storming out the door.
Prostě jsme se tady strašně zhádali s tou přítelkyní.
Beats me. You didn't come back, though. She hung around for another 20 minutes, mainly talking on her phone. Then she got her stuff and left. Seemed like she was making a plan.
Měla do telefonu, volala, pobrala věci, šla. Nějaký detaily?
Nope. See, I'm not that nosy. But when I was wiping down the counter, I found this.
Co jsi našla? Máš to u sebe furt, jo? To je zajímavé.
Have a look. You might find it interesting.
Business card. Balkan Tours. It's wild ride. Počkej.
Weird, right?
Počkej. Mám jít na tu benzínku? Nevím.
Gets weirder, though. Check out the back.
Dívala jsem se.
Seems like some kind of rendezvous.
Randevu, no, jak
I
svině.
figure that's not your card.
Není to moje? Co to je vůbec Balkan Tours?
Beats me. I just work here. Sorry, Copernicus.
Aha,
I've
co
helped
ti
you all
jebe?
I can this time.
Počkej. Můžeš mě vzít na tu benzinku?
Sure, I can drop you off there.
Jasně,
once
můžu
you
tě
get
tam
out of
hodit.
here.
Dobře. Já se... Nemůžu pohádat s přítelkyní, protože žádnou nemám. Ví smart. Můžeš ti něco zastřelit. No, dobře. Můžeme jet už?
Pass me the menu, will you?
Why?
I want to see if they have the seasonal milkshakes in yet.
Ale...
Aw.
Aké nenápadné. Dobře.
Aw, look at that. It's like a little map of your adventures.
Ne.
How convenient. Even your gas station is there. Did you notice?
Všiml jsi z toho, jo,
It's a typical sign, you know.
to typické znamení
A
čeho?
lucid dream.
Lucidního
Random
snění.
happenstance. Strange coincidence.
A,
This might be a good time to test if you have superhuman strength or can fly or something.
to vidím.
I think I'll have peppermint mocha
Super,
or
takže jsme ve
vanilla
snu. Díky,
caramel.
babo, za objasnění. Říkáš, že je tohle všechno sen?
Sure.
Jo?
I mean, come on.
No tak.
Raisin farmer? There's
to by
no
dávalo
such thing.
smysl.
Grapes have farmers. Raisins are dried grapes. End of
Zajímavý
story.
sny máme.
Jeez, where's the waitress anyway?
Není
I'd
se ve
kill
snu.
for a shake right now.
Šš.
Well, things become real
To se
when we
těžce
invest
přijímá.
meaning in them. When we make them real.
Nemyslím si, že je to tak jednoduché.
There's a poem about this.
Je tu o tom báseň.
A guy is having an argument with his friend. He's freaking out because the meaning of every word, every thing, every idea seems to be falling apart. After a while, I understood that talking this way, everything dissolves. Justice, pine, hair, woman, you, and I.
Dnes jsem tu jen na skok přijela ségra se švagrem. Jasně, dobře, tak tě ando. Vlastně si Babišou brat bez Babiš. Ježíši Kriste.
It's my day off reading.
Ukaž. Praise the sun. Tak, počkej, co tady máme? Robert Haas. Co se mu stalo?
Well, he remembers this lover he had, and that helps him get his head screwed on straight again. Well, in a sense. It's more that he thinks back to what it was like when they were together, and the different memories come together and leave him with a sense of specificity. That things are real and not just a big pile of words and concepts and stuff that fall apart the moment you try to squeeze them tight. He thinks back to when he was a boy and remembers this river where he would try to catch the little orange silverfish called pumpkin seed.
A dost.
But you do. Just repeat after me. Pumpkin seed. The memories are real. Look at me.
Jaj,
Don't forget me. See me for who I am. Pumpkin seed. You wouldn't believe how much people project their weird bullshit on me. It's the curse of the diner waitress. Less a real person and more a blank screen.
To ještě nestreamovala, hele.
I can't tell you how many swingin' dick detective McGurks I've met in this place. Give me a coffee as black as a moonless night, darling. Shit like that. Are you sure about that?
Nevím.
Or is that just what you want me to be?
Nevím.
You don't seem to realize that
Lítá
you're
tu
the
něco
one pulling the
dalšího.
strings in here.
Nelítá slunce třeba. Zajímavá teorie hodiny.
Well, everyone has an agenda. People think they come to a diner for food, but they're really looking for something much more profound.
Jasně,
They
lidi
want
to hledají víc
something.
než jídlo.
And at the end,
Chtějí
they settle
něco.
up. You bring the bill and they have the chance to make good again. Everybody wants to be forgiven. It's a simple transaction. You're no different. Well, there's that box you're carrying around and want to get open.
Jo, ta naše krabice, no.
We're here looking for answers, but only the warm, cuddly kind. You're not going to hang in when it starts getting heavy. It's not just you.
Přemýšlím, co
This
byl další
whole
objekt.
modern problem of people not
Jestli ta
really
židle
being
už,
present,
nebo
it's everywhere.
něco jiného.
And technology only makes it worse. Once the robot doubles started showing up, that was the tipping point.
Robot what?
Robot doubles. The first models were so expensive, only Silicon Valley types could afford them, like electric cars. But pretty soon it got to the point where basically anybody could afford a robot double of themselves. You
Dobře.
could pick one up at Walmart, one aisle over from the toilet paper and the firearms.
Super hnity.
Even the company that produces my
Vidím, jak
cheap-ass
tam
phone
padá
started
ten-
them. They claim they were on a mission to disrupt the human space. I hate that word, disrupt.
Proč jsou tak populární,
They
ty
pretty much do
braille?
your bidding, but you have to be careful. It acts like you, but it only performs at about 70% of your capabilities. It's you, after a bunch of drinks. So, if you're smart, you only trust it to do really simple things for you. Go to the post office, jury duty, fill in for you at your boring job. But people are lazy. They grow dependent on their robos, use them for all kinds of things they shouldn't, making complex calculations, blowing up boulders. People send their robos off to be with their wives, their families,
Co to
while
bylo?
carrying
Jo,
on
ten
affairs.
hrneček.
Check it out. Imagine you and I are in a relationship. Then you notice I'm acting a little slow. My eyes aren't focusing quite right. Like this. Look. See it?
Nevidím rozdíl.
You just need more practice. Then you'd realize that I just stuck you with a pile of bolts for the evening. Did someone stand me up with a robo? No, not exactly. It's more about this thing that happened to me at work once.
Co se
It
posralo?
happened in my former life as a flight attendant. Grab that thing and pull up a chair. I'll tell you all about it.
Cože? What? Můžu nějak do boku? Jo, můžu.
You feel like a sack of bolts yourself doing these safety demonstrations. People are zoning out, staring at their phones like the blockheads in here, or else just leering at you like you're the
Prostě
first woman they've ever
lidi na
seen
to
wearing a
nečumí,
uniform.
že jo, na ten bezpečnostní, nevím, jak to říct, tutoriál v letadlech. Tady ta paní zírá
But
až
you
moc.
start getting good at spotting the doubles. They're often the only ones paying attention, staring at you with those not quite human eyes of theirs.
Ano. On je na Olegovi, nebo kde je? Jo, on tady sedí, on furt na tom, tady na monitoru, víš, ani se nehne.
Dobré, tak já potom udělám to.
Jo. Já už o něm ani nevím.
No,
Jak se
vidíš,
nehýbe a nemluví.
Máš právo na cena.
Jo, mám nové, no. Neboj, Morgan. No tak sedí už třeba hodinu, víš, tak
Už byla normálně zima.
jo. Něco podobného jsme měli u babičky, vypadalo to jako miniaturní televize a mohla si tam předselkovat snímky. No, my jsme to taky měli. Akorát jsme neměli televizi, jako to měli asi bratranci, my jsme měli nějaké prostě tady normálně brýle, no. Takže oni je pouští i do letadel?
Technically, no.
Technicky
They're not
ne.
supposed to be there.
Neměli by tam být?
But like I said, people bend the rules. And
Ale
security
oni
rarely
porušují
checks.
pravidla. To zní jako, no, že se to bude řídit do
They're
sraček.
fine on the
What the
runway.
fuck?
Perfectly
Na tom
docile.
dalším obrázku.
But something goes wrong at
Něco
altitude.
se
Something
posralo
about
s
the navigation
chováním.
system. The FAA wanted to study it, but the study got shut down because you're not supposed to have them on aircrafts in the first place.
Prostě je nemáš mít v letadle v první řadě, takže se něco rozbilo.
So yeah, I learned to spot them right away. It becomes a job requirement, a matter of survival. Here, try your luck. Have a look at the table. So, 1 mustard, fine. 3 mustards, not so fine. The one on the left is the real one. See if you can track it. Keep your eyes on the prize. 10 will get you 30.
Teď nevím, já si myslím, že je furt tady, jako.
Very good. You have successfully enforced airline regulations. Want to play again?
Ne, díky.
So, where was I? Pick that up again, and I'll show you what happened next.
Dobře. A už si jde.
One time, we were doing a flight into Galveston, and we had a sudden drop of cabin pressure about 100
Letěli jsme,
miles from our
spadl tlak v
destination.
kabině, takže si museli nasadit masky. To udělal ten jako robot.
No, but
Ne, ale
imagine
představ
this.
si,
Everyone's freaking out.
všichni
I'm trying to help a
vyšilovali,
girl with
snažil
her
jsem se
arm in a
pomoct
cast to get her
holce, to
oxygen mask over
nasadit.
her head. Suddenly, I'm aware of this Frankenstein monster lurching towards me. The robos, they're like an army of the undead.
Je tak armáda nemrtvejch.
I don't know if they were affected by the sudden change in cabin pressure or
Nevím, jestli
what,
byli
but
ovlivněni
they just
tím
lost their
klesajícím
shit.
tlakem.
People are screaming
Lidi
and we're
řvali.
huddled together like a band of villagers with pitchforks to fight these things. Throwing crap at
Brali
them from
prostě
the drink
vidličky,
cart,
aby se
locking
prali
them
s
in
tady
toilets
těma
and so on.
monstrama.
Luckily, they started
Pitchfork
freaking out on
to
their
nebyla
own, like
vidlička,
Hal
nevadí.
in 2001 when his brain starts melting.
What? Začaly se jim co? Mozky? To, já jsem to nestihla. Roztékat, nebo co? V nějaké výšce, nebo tlaku, nebo v čem?
Let me tell you, as soon as we got over water, adios, out you go.
Jak jsme byli nad vodou,
robos.
tak jsme je
Throw 'em
vyhodili.
right out of the cabin doors.
OK. Konec. What the fuck? Co to je za příběh? Co to máš za sny? Nevypadá to úplně, že by to bylo možné to poslední. Musíš mít trauma. Spíš to není možné.
Throwing the robos off the plane? No.
Ty hodili
you're
z
right.
letadla?
That didn't
Ne, máš
actually
pravdu,
happen.
to se
You
nestalo.
can't just open the hatch door like that.
Nemůžeš
But
jen
it's a
tak
nice
otevřít
image,
dveře.
right?
Ale
I like
pěkný
to think of it
obrázek, ne?
sometimes when I'm lying in bed trying to sleep.
Super. To máš mít to počítání oveček?
Kind of.
Tak
You
trochu.
need practice to be able to spot them. They're everywhere these days. I can see one in this diner right now, in fact. Can
Co?
you find it?
Kde? Nevím. Co? Jsem zmaten. Nejseš ty sama? Ne, to je blbost. Já snad ne. Naše přítelkyně. Dobře. Jsem zmaten. Vůbec netuším. Halo? Toto asi ne. Vůbec nevím, co hledám. Tančím se. Toto?
That's right. The king. Can you believe it? God, I miss the king.
Pěkně,
They
vole.
say that it was the first robot double prototype ever made. He actually sent it off to act in some of those cheeseball movie roles he
Super,
had.
takže
That's why they were so bad.
Elvis byl android. Great. Dobře.
Am I? Says the guy who called his own girlfriend a robot. I seem to recall you standing right there, complaining, it's like eating lunch with an automaton. You really don't remember anything?
Ne, hodně si
What
toho
you were
nepamatuju.
fighting about?
O čem
What
jste se
happened next?
hádali? Co se stalo dál? Nemám vůbec tušení, bohužel.
Well, I've got a little game that might help you
Tak mám
remember.
tady takovou menší hru.
It's kind of
Třeba
like
si
a
vzpomeneš.
telephone seance. Ready?
Telefonní seance, OK. No, výborně.
Hello?
Hi.
Is that you?
Ano, kdo tam je?
This is your girlfriend.
Tady ta přítelkyně.
Yes, it's me.
Ano.
I'm calling from beyond the grave.
No tak ty jsi blbá, vole. To bych jí fakt poslala do háje, no.
Why'd you bring me back here of all places? Of all the restaurants we've been
Proč
to?
mě přivedla zpátky sem ze všech restaurací? Jak se o tomhle místě dozvěděla?
See, I told you this is a good game.
Ticho.
Okay. So, I'm your girlfriend.
Ano.
Somehow, I'm not with you now.
Teď s tebou
and
nejsem.
You don't know why.
A nevíš
Except
proč?
I am with you right now.
Až na to, že teď s
That
tebou
pretty much sum
jsem.
it up?
To je pěkná píčovina. Kde teď jsi?
No, this is my game.
Dobře, tak se
I get
ptej
to ask
ty.
the questions first. What's with this gas station you're trying to get to? What are you hoping to find there?
Co ta benzínka, co se tam snažíš najít, nebo v co tam doufáš? Teď si to začínám vybavovat.
We need to get gas in a sec.
Musíme jít pro palivo.
Hey, stop it.
Počkej, přestaň. Pamatuju si hádání.
It's like we spend 1 year falling in love and the next 4 breaking up, right? What took so long?
Co ti trvalo
Were you
tak
just
dlouho?
afraid of being alone?
To se bojíš být sám?
Maybe you didn't want to be the guilty one.
Nebo nechceš být
the
ten
one who
vinný?
blows things up and hurts me. Were you waiting for permission from me to end it? Waiting for me to give you...
Ahoj, Aljo. Zelené světlo?
Exactly. Waiting for an excuse. What?
Nechtěl jsem ti ublížit.
You didn't want to break anything.
Nechtěl
You couldn't get
nic
over the idea
rozbít.
that this great future we were supposed to have could just be wiped out. The beacon we'd always talked about, our light in the bottle, gone. You left it to me.
Nechal
Put
jsi
it
to
on
mě?
me to do what
Hodil
needed
jsi to na
doing.
mě.
Well, I finally gave you the sign you were looking for, right over at that counter there.
What?
You guys need anything else, or you're okay for now?
Něco nebo
We're fine,
jste v
thanks.
pohodě? Všechno v cajku?
You do anything to make it different, right? To fix things.
Chci ti pomoct.
You still can. And I
Pořád
can be her
můžeš.
for you. Together, we'll open the box.
Spolu otevřeme krabici. Budeš pak v bezpečí?
You can make it happen.
Můžeš to udělat
You
ty?
can make it real.
Můžeš to
What do you say?
jako
Miss
udělat
the old
reálným?
times.
Chybí ti staré
Let me
časy?
be her.
Nech mě být jí. Jo, můžeš ji nahradit. Tohle je kurva divný. Ne, tohle není v pořádku.
Okay, your choice. Now it's your turn.
Teď je to na
You can
tobě.
ask me one
Můžeš se
question.
mě zeptat na
whatever
jednu
you want.
otázku, jakoukoliv. Kdo teď jsi? Nebo kde teď jsi teda? Kde teď jsi, no?
In trouble.
V problémech. Je tu zima.
The ropes.
Provazy. No, můžeme se zeptat, kdo tě tam dal, ale my už nemáme další otázku, ty blbé.
The man on the phone.
Aha, muž na telefonu. Ten z Balkan Tours.
Yes, the one I was texting when we were eating
Jo, ten, s
lunch.
kterým
The man
jsem si
with
psala,
many
když jsme
eyes.
jedli oběd. Muž z vícero očí? O vícero očima?
Yes. He has 10 eyes.
Má 10
like
očí?
this.
What? Co? Lidská moucha?
No.
Ne.
He wears them around his wrist.
Má je
like a
na ruce,
bracelet.
jako náramek.
Even while he sleeps.
Když
A few of
spí,
them keep watch. Their eyes
nech toho.
open. He also wears an
Taky má
orange
oranžovou
vest.
vestu. Oh no. Viděl jsem ho na zadní sedačce.
Find the man with many
Najdi muže
eyes.
s hodně
And his
očima.
friend, the man with mirror eyes.
A jeho
They're the
kamaráda
ones
se
who did this to
zrcadlovýma
me.
očima. Jak ho najdu?
Close your eyes.
Zavři oči.
Hey, where'd you go?
Kam jsi šel?
It's like you went somewhere else there.
Je to jako bys byl někde
Having some
jinde.
irresistible
Měl jsi
dream.
nějaký sen?
Good for you. Reality is always the best policy.
No nevím.
Speaking of reality, the check has arrived.
Výborně. Musíme jít na tu benzínku. Budeme spěchat.
Works for
Jedem.
me. What's the sudden rush?
A tak spěcháme stejně. Myslím si, že má přítelkyně někde držená jako
Are
rukojmí.
you sure?
Jsi si
If
jistý?
you're lucky, maybe she hasn't even gotten to the gas station yet.
Počkej, to jako, že se to dělo teď, to je blbost, ne?
Well, the card has Thursday 4 p.m. written on it, right? That was 2 days ago.
To bylo před 2
And
dny?
need I remind you that today is... Yeah. If we leave now, we can beat her there by nearly an hour and find out who's waiting for her.
What the fuck? Co děláme? Co uděláme, až se objeví?
Well, that's easy. If I'm made up to look like her, he'll give himself away as soon as we
Ty se
arrive.
chceš na ní
I have a few
za
wigs
ní
in the
to jo,
car.
vydávat? Zajímavý plán.
Like I told you, I'm an expert shapeshifter.
To je kurva
Come on.
divný.
Time to be forgiven.
Nakonec bude
And
ona,
time to hit
nakonec
the
my
road.
si vezmeme tu špatnou, ne,
Time to pay
sebou.
the check so we can get out of here.
Oh no. Mobil. To je to číslo. A
This
zakrývá
thing about
poslední.
robots is chilling. It says that 60% of the workforce won't have a job in 20 years. Hey, can you put down your phone for 3 seconds? I'm trying
Do
to have a
20
real
let
human connection with you.
nebude
So
60%
tuned
lidí
out.
mít
It's
jako
like I'm
práci
eating with a
kvůli
robot.
robotům.
I'm sorry, I know. We need to get gas in a sec.
Promiň,
You can
musíme
tell
jít
me
pro
about it while we're in
benzín.
the car.
Would you put that thing away?
Můžeš to dát
Hey,
pryč?
stop it.
Přestaň.
Come on, let go.
Nech to jít,
Who
nech to
is
být.
that? Who are you
Co to je?
writing
Komu
to?
to píšeš?
God, keep your voice down.
No tak stiš se.
Look, I've been driving for ages. I just need to space out a little.
A little? It's like you're a million miles away.
Can you just give me a break, please?
Můžeš
We were just
přestat být,
taking a break,
se
remember?
chovat jak kráva.
Now we're back together, but I feel this is the last place in the world you want to be.
Well, that's what I'd call a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Může,
Ain't love grand.
možná má k tomu důvod, že má takový
Come on,
blbý
let's
tón,
get out
ale
here.
možná on se choval jak vůl, no, samozřejmě, to tak taky může být. Jaká je pihatá slečna.
How do I look?
Jak vypadám? Jako ona. Jsem si jistý tímhle plánem.
Don't worry, it'll work.
Neboj, bude to
I'm good at
fungovat.
this.
Jsem v
I'm
tomhle
a very
dobrá.
apt pupil. A very apt pupil. Here, take my phone. Call for help the moment something looks fishy.
Když tak zavolej o pomoc, kdyby cokoliv. Jako teoreticky můžu zavolat na to číslo asi, ale ne, nebudeme to dělat. Takže mám otázku. Řekla jsi mi, že ona a já že jsme měli hádku.
Right?
A já jsem jako prostě se nasral a šel jsem z restaurace první, ale to se vlastně nestalo tady v té vzpomínce.
I did, yes.
Ale v mé vzpomínce se to takhle nestalo.
Right, it was her.
Jo, byla to ona. Ona odešla první.
Yes.
Ano,
And?
a? Proč jsi mi o tom neřekla? Nebo proč jsi mi o tom lhala?
Listen, there's something at the end of this road that you don't want to find.
Poslyš, na konci cesty je něco, co nechceš najít. Ale já to chci najít.
You do, and
Chceš
you don't.
a
If you
zároveň
only wanted
nechceš.
to find it, there wouldn't be all this conflict.
Jaký
Drivers
konflikt?
lying to you, drugging you with raisins. All the little glitches.
On mě fakt zdrogoval těma rozinkama, děláš si prdel?
It's hardly been a smooth ride, has it?
Zní to, jako by to byla moje chyba.
I'm just saying,
Jen říkám,
there are two sides to every story,
že jsou
right?
tady vždycky dvě
The argument
strany.
back at the diner.
Ta hádka.
Maybe there was something missing for her. Something missing between the two of you.
Jí něco chybělo mezi váma dvěma. Co myslíš, že chybělo? Je to hodně zvláštní hra, no.
Have you stopped to think for a moment about why you keep finding these photographs?
Tak ti nenapadlo, proč nacházíš ty fotografie? Proč jsou pro tebe tak důležité? Pomáhají mi si vzpomenout?
They're a way of capturing reality, right? They're objective, but they're also
realitu, ale...
They tell the story you want them to tell. That camera of yours, it's a weapon too.
Jasně, vypráví příběh tak, jak chceme, je to pro nás zbraň.
I'll never grow away from you.
Ale jsou to ty jediné vzpomínky, kterým můžeme věřit. Možná máš pravdu, možná nejsou použitelné, řekněme. No nevím, jestli se dozvíme pěkné věci, jestli jako, když bychom se na to vyprdli rovnou, což nevím, jestli jde, jestli tím neovlivníme něco, jako, no nevím, řítíme se do průseru a mě ten průser chce vidět, takže jsou to vzpomínky, nech toho.
What did you learn back there from your photo?
Co jsi dozvěděl ze svých fotek? Měla aféru? No to neměla. To jsi teda vydedukoval blbě?
Oh?
Ano. Je to tak jako jasné. Viděl jsem telefonní číslo. Kvůli tomu, že má telefonní číslo v telefonu, tak si myslí, že má aféru? Dobrý.
Oh, you have my phone.
Máš můj telefon? Proč na to nezavoláš? Nevidím všechny čísla, 2 chybí.
And you think he's also this man with all
Co to bylo
the
za
eyes?
probliknutí? Už s vícero očima, ano.
Hey, you said he has 10 of them, right?
Říkal, že jich má 10. Tak dáme 10 jako poslední číslo. Ano.
Have another look at that card.
OK.
10 little eyes. See him?
Počkej, co teď myslíš? Teď jsem zmatená, vole. Zopakuj mi to? Jak to bylo myšleno? Haló? To je ta poezie. Toto ne. A tady nemám žádnou jako variantu další. Telefon taky nemůžu. Tak nevím teďka, co s tím myslela. Jo, tohle. To si nemyslím.
Freaky, right?
Jo. Tak nevím.
Well, almost there now.
Mám teda volat, nebo jde to vůbec? To nejde asi.
Time to get in character.
Jsi si jistá, že jdeš do toho jako?
Sure, I can't see a thing.
No a teď bude ta autonehoda, ne? O které se mluvilo. Otoč to musíme vypadnout. On jí zastřelí, ne? Nebo... Tak dej pryč nohy z pedálů, ty blbko. Nebo něco. What the fuck?
What the hell? Watch it, buddy.
Co? Asi to nejde ovlivnit. To je konec? Děláš si kozy, tenhle mě unese, ne? No jasně. To snad není pravda. Zkusíme zavolat to číslo? Pěkně, no. Vypadal podezřele. A nemůžeš zavolat nějakékoliv jiné, třeba 911 nebo tak něco?
Hello.
Haló? Verne?
Copernicus? Is
To
that
jsi
you?
ty? Ano, pomož mi odtud.
Let me guess. You've gotten yourself into some kind of jam.
Jak
Swinging
ses
by
někde
your
zasek.
toes over a tiger cage?
Téměř. A myslím si, že mě unesli.
Kidnapped? That doesn't sound like part of your dream. Then again, you do have a way of making enemies.
Tak se děláš nepřátele. Koho znaštval tentokrát? Nejsem si jistý. Muž s mnoho očima možná?
I sincerely doubt that.
To
The fact
pochybuju.
that I'm hearing your voice now suggests otherwise.
Aha. Má jí. Potřebuju ji zachránit.
Don't mess with him, kid. He's the final gatekeeper.
Nezahrávej si s ním.
Way too strong.
Je
You need to learn
finálním
the spell
strážcem brány.
first before you can go up against
Je
him.
příliš silný. Kouzlo? Jaké kouzlo?
Hey, if I knew it, I'd tell you.
Kdybych to věděl, tak ti to
Speaking of
řeknu.
which, did you find the box,
Našel si
Copernicus?
tu krabičku? Ano.
Have you opened it yet?
Otevřel jsi? Ne.
Figure out a way to open that
Najdi
box,
způsob, jak ji
Copernicus.
otevřít.
Inside, you'll find out who you really are.
Vnitř najdeš, kým opravdu jsi. Dostaneš mě z toho kufru?
Lucky for you, I've got my farmer's almanac here. Let's have a look. Hang on. See, cabbage, caraway, carrot, car trunk.
Výborně.
First thing you should do is reach around for the latch.
What?
Sounds kind of obvious.
Ne.
Okay, next step. See if you can scare up the brake lights. Can you find them? It's a little gizmo with some wires.
Tady no. Mám.
Okay. Yank on the wires and try to pull the lights into the trunk with you. Got them?
OK.
What color are the lights?
Červenou.
We need a green light.
Třem
kid.
zelenou. No jistě.
A steady green light.
Stabilní
That's the way
zelenou.
forward.
Dobře.
Gotta run now.
Musím
Good luck
jít.
to you,
Hodně
kid.
štěstí. Díky za pomoc, ty vole. To je fakt divný. Oh no. Počkej, můžu takhle jako... Jak to funguje? Tak. Počkej, ale tady je to blbost, no. To prdele. Ty vole, to je sračka. Já hledám jako, že chci, aby to svítilo červeně, že zeleně, no tak. To prdele, proč je tadyhle špatně? Himmelhergot. What? Proč? Good. To byl hodně divný mini puclík. Teď sedím vedle něho. Halo?
ما أدري شو تسوي بسيارتي.
Oh no.
بس من خبرتي بهذا المكان
Nic ti
راح
nerozumím.
تسح بعدين.
Anglicky umíš?
انجلش. آسف. ما أدري هاي مو صدق.
Paráda.
بس أنا عاش
Říkal, že ho bolí
عربي.
zadek nebo něco takového.
كاني متصدق حجة سعر.
Že nemůže sedět, no.
كل شيء هنا إلها دلالة ورمزية.
Počkej chviličku, jestli to sen bych tě mohla naučit anglicky, ne?
هسه حتى لو
nerozumím.
السيارة من كيف تمشي
Nerozumím
عدل.
ti.
إيه معود على كيفك.
Super.
أريد أوقف.
Ty jsi debil. Vyčistím ti zuby. Zapálím ti auto. Nemáme Google překladač na tomhle úžasném mobilu. Co s ním mám dělat?
إيه معود على
Ty. No, paráda. Jak to mám přeložit? Čím hýbu? Já nevím, jak to pod tím ovládám. Já se musím trefit do toho správného? Hned? Nevím. To je francouzsky, ty vole. To anglicky? Já prostě nevím, na kolikát se to zastavit. Jo, to je ten druhý. K dokončení hry se naučil arabsky a nastudoval Korán. Je to ne? Teď nevím ty čísla, jestli byly podstatný. A teď mluvíš anglicky.
English? No, sorry.
Ne,
I
promiň.
could of course back in the real world, but it doesn't seem to have come with me into this place.
Aha. Ale už mluvíš anglicky.
To me, this
Tohle zní
sounds
jako arabština. Problikává ti ksicht, nejsi robot?
Anyway, as long as you're not going to start shouting at me again, it's an improvement.
Nebudu na tebe řevat, promiň. Ty jsi mě unesl?
Kidnap you? I don't think my singing is that bad.
Tak jak jsem zůstal, jako jak se to stalo, že jsem byl uvězněný v tvém kufru?
How would I know?
Jak to mám
It's not
vědět?
even my car.
Není to ani moje kára. Tak proč to řídíš?
No idea.
Nemám tušení, protože jsi v mým snu, chápu. Já za to můžu.
And the trunk, that's my dream too.
Jo, tak to se ti
You don't
zdá?
want to know how many hours I've spent.
Tak se nám
in
zdá
there
společný sen, to je
trying to
úžasné.
shift my legs to keep them from falling asleep.
Pokud jsi mě neunesl, tak kdo?
Why should I know?
Proč bych to měl
What makes you
vědět?
think you can turn up out of thin air and interrogate me? Who are you anyway?
Promiň. Ty mi to řekni první. Co přede mnou skrýváš? Jak se jmenuješ?
I'm not
Nejsem
sure,
si jistý,
But here,
ale
it's
tady
funny. On this highway, everybody calls
mi
me
všichni říkali
Al-Shatir.
Al-Shatir. Proč je to vtipné?
Never heard of Ibn al-Shatir? A famous astronomer.
Ne?
I guess you don't learn about him in your schools.
Ne.
One of the forefathers of astronomy. In
Slavný
many ways a
astronom.
predecessor to... Yes, that's right.
Kruh se uzavírá. To je vtipné, to je moje jméno.
Copernicus, Al-Shatir. Two iconoclasts from different lands who challenged the belief that the sun revolves around the earth. Two dreamers who had the conviction that their unique consciousness is not the only thing in the center of the universe. Maybe you're not just part of my story.
Možná nejsem součástí mého příběhu.
You were trapped in the trunk, where I've been many times.
Byl jsi
It's like
v kufru,
you've
kdy jsem byl
wandered into
mnohokrát.
my dream, and I've wandered into yours.
Já nevím. Jak je to možné?
How should I know?
Jak to mám vědět?
Somehow
Promiň.
the streams have crossed.
Že prý hodně streamoval, říkal. Co s tebou? Tak o čem se ti zdá?
Me?
O bezpečí?
Yes, safety. Place far away from
Místě
wars,
daleko od války,
from
válek,
bombings, from
od
the cockroaches
vybombovávání.
that roll out as soon as the dust settles. On the news, you hear only about armies and religious madmen.
Zajímavý
But
mraky.
it's the gangsters that move me away. They're
Pardon.
the ones who did this to me.
Nějací gangstři.
The El Mahdi army. They called themselves an army anyway.
Říkají si
They were
armáda.
looking for my brother-in-law because he worked as a translator for the
Oh.
US military. Neighbors warned us we should move, and so we did, twice.
Dokrát se odstěhovali. Našel jsi ho. To je ten, to je Netchán, možná Tchán.
Luckily, no. He was safe with the army beyond their reach. A few years passed and we forgot about the threat. Life had returned to normal, and that's when they came back and picked me up. 2
Vrátili se
days
pro něho.
later, when I woke up in a Baghdad hospital, I found out that they dumped me off there and told the hospital that I'd hurt myself in a work accident. Yes, after that, I couldn't stay.
Nemohl zůstat, prostě chtěl jít pryč. A... Že ještě ses nezeptal na můj příběh. Řekni mi o tvém úniku.
The women in my family, my mother,
Žena v
my
mé rodině,
sisters,
matka,
they
jo,
were the
takhle,
only
ženy.
ones who knew.
Matky, sestry.
I was very close to the women in my family. They were the ones who were around all the times while I was recovering. The men, my father, my brothers, always working. Always
Chlapi
out of the
pracovali.
house. I got on a plane to Istanbul, where my cousin lived. He took me to Izmir, where the smugglers are.
Letěl za bratrancem do
I
Istanbulu.
bought a space on a vessel, headed to Mytilene, Greece, the closest harbor in Europe.
Co to bylo za vozidlo, plavidlo?
Just a simple raft, but not as
Na raftu?
overcrowded as in some of the stories you hear. I was lucky, at least in the beginning.
Měl jsem štěstí, aspoň na
We
začátku.
couldn't leave for 5 days.
Nemohli jsme odejít
Too
5
many Greek
dní.
army ships in the sea.
Ah.
Every morning, getting up at 3:30 to make a go of it. By the 5th day, I was so tired of waiting that I wasn't even scared to get on board any longer. Finally, impatience had overtaken fear. OK, Rudušku. A co oni dělají jinak? Já teď nevím. Co se stalo dál? We did not make it to Europe.
Nezvládli jsme to do
The
Evropy.
boat pulls up next to us. People are trying to understand what's going on, but the men on the ship only speak Greek.
Jasně.
At first, people are worried.
Prvně se báli pirátů.
They take everything from the passengers. Sometimes take the passengers themselves. Sometimes just ram the boat and laugh as it sinks. But no, these are police, it turns
Aha,
out.
byli
They take
policajti.
us back to Turkey.
Chytli je.
Waiting and waiting and waiting.
A čekali jsme.
Of course, I did not remember all this in my dreams at first.
Tohle jsem si
These
ve
were
snech
things I
nepamatoval.
remembered from clues I found along the highway.
A krokodilusy. To zní povědomně.
I've dreamed this highway. this
Pamatuju
car
si, nebo jako
before,
sněl jsem o téhle
many
cestě,
times.
o tomhle autě. Proč se ti zdá o americké dálnici, nebo prostě jako cestě?
It's a good question.
To je dobrá
I
otázka.
had an uncle once who left
Měl
Iraq
jsem jednou
many years
strýčka,
ago
který
to
před
study
mnoha lety
engineering
opustil
at the University of
Irák.
Bowling Green. I guess this made an impression.
Asi na mě udělal vliv, nebo jako
Who
mě
knows
ovlivnil
why we
tímhle.
dream the things we dream? What is your dream about?
Co tvůj sen? Nejsem si jistý, možná jen problémy ve vztahu.
A breakup?
Rozchod?
That's it?
Nebo únos? Možná hůř? Myslím, že mají ještě zdroje a chlazení. Jo, zdroje, máš pravdu, na ty jsem narážela, když jsem vybírala zdroj. Ale myslím, že jsem nečetla, že to je zrovna doporučovaná značka na zdroje. A chlazení nevím, no.
Ah, that's more like it. Who has been kidnapped?
Kdo byl
Who is
unesen?
this person that's been taken away from you?
Koho ti vzali, moji přítelkyni?
Do you have a photo?
Máš fotku?
Who knows?
Kdo ví?
Maybe I've seen her
Možná
somewhere along
jsem ji
this
někde
highway.
viděl po cestě. Dáme mu fotku.
I know her.
Tu
The same
znám.
woman, but with different hair color. I just
Stejná
saw
žena
her.
s jinými
The gas
vlasy,
station
s
a
jinou
few
barvou
miles back.
vlasů. Co? To není ona, to je prostě ta volavka.
A decoy? What kind of game are you playing
Co
here?
to tady hraješ, vole? Hitchhiker, mystery game. Děkuji za optání. Měla to být prostě past.
I'd say you're lucky nobody got
Máš
hurt.
štěstí, že se nikdo nezranil. Já vím, ale celá ta věc byla její nápad. To mě, asi se nebudem vymlouvat na to, takže není v nebezpečí.
Yes, that's
To je
right.
pravda.
There was a scene there at the gas
Byla to
station.
nějaká příhoda
She
na
was being
benzínce.
questioned by two men.
Vyslýchali ji
She
dva
seemed to
muži,
be explaining herself,
snažila se to
pointing
vysvětlit
at the empty passenger seat in her car.
a
They
ukazovala
didn't
na
really seem
prázdné místo v
interested
autě.
in her, though. They were more interested in the empty car seat.
Víc je zajímalo to prázdné místo. Jak vypadaly?
One man
Jeden
was
měl
very known
oranžovou
first.
vestu.
He seemed to be in charge.
Vypadal, že to
Another
vede.
shorter guy next to him,
A pak tam měl takovýho menšího chlápka.
like a shrew.
Zle se koukal. Oranžová vesta. Takže to byla past. Kdo mě zachránil?
Sounds like getting in my dream. Getting in the trunk
Vypadá to, že
may have saved your neck.
to, že si začal jako se přelínat do mého snu, to je divný. Ten hlavní týpek, všiml jsi, že má nějaký prostě ten náramek z kruhu?
No,
Ne,
I didn't get a look.
nedíval
I
jsem
just
se.
heard one strange thing. They
Jsem
said that they were looking for a guy with 8 fingers.
hledali cápka s 8 prsty? Cože? 10 ukatý muž a 8 prstý? Čau, hroštičko.
Something like that.
Něco takového.
8 fingers.
Jo, 8 prstů.
8 digits maybe.
Možná 8 nějakých jako čísel. To jsem já. Mám to číslo.
And you wouldn't happen to have a strange
8
little
prsty.
dog?
Nice. Jo.
That was the other thing they mentioned. They have the key, but don't want
Oni
the
mají
box
ten
open.
klíč co se to děje? K té kostce. Víš, kam mířili?
No, I didn't get a look.
Nedíval jsem se.
Say, have you noticed how many
Všiml jsi,
tumbleweeds
kolik
there
tady
are
toho
suddenly?
bordelu teď lítá? Jsme na poušti?
I don't know, but the weather also seems to be turning suddenly.
No, trošku se
Turn
mění
on the
počasí,
radio
souhlasím.
And see if you can find
Zapni
the weather
rádio.
report. My God! Get that thing off the window! Get it
Nice.
off! Get it
Jak
off!
to mám asi udělat? Kurva.
It seems to be changing the weather conditions.
Co mám dělat za den, nebo? Jaké počasí mám dát? Největší slunko?
Sunny skies.
To je blbost.
Sunny skies today, and we could hardly ask for better weather. A balmy 72 degrees, with mild breezes throughout the day.
Suddenly, it's sunny.
Portál flashback.
It's not working.
Nefunguje
They're
to.
stuck with the car. We
To-
need some other kind of weather to get clear of
Do
them.
prdele.
Level 3
Co tam bylo?
Level 3 thunderstorm.
Thunder zněla dobře, ne?
Level 3 thunderstorm. 60 miles per hour. Note. Level 3 thunderstorm.
Já nevím, na kterým je to.
60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size.
Looks like tornado conditions now.
Tornádo? Tak, výborně.
Look, the tornado.
Kurva.
It's starting to pull the tumbleweeds off the car, but it's not strong enough.
Ty chceš ještě silnější, jasně. Tohle fungovat nebude. To spíš tu hlasitost zvýšíme. Nepomáhá to.
Warning, tornado 20 feet from car.
Help?
Tornado 40 feet from car. Tornado.
It worked.
Nice.
Good riddance.
Pěkně. To je fakt zvláštní.
Look, that was very
To bylo
strange.
fakt divný.
Even for this place.
I na tohle místo. O čem to bylo?
I don't know.
Já nevím.
It seemed they were spying.
Jako kdyby nás šmírovali, něco hledali.
Did you notice?
Všiml jsi?
What do you know about this?
Co myslíš, teda co víš o těch chlapech? Ten vedoucí měl hodně očí, jako 10.
Seems he had a few extra to spare for the tumbleweeds.
Proto jsem se ptal na ten náramek.
I see. What else?
Co ještě? Mám business card.
Oh, let's see.
OK.
Balkan Tours.
Balkan Tours? Znáš je?
Not directly,
Ne úplně, jako nepřímo.
but I've heard about them.
Slyšel jsem o nich.
From a guy in Istanbul.
Od chlápka, kterého jsem potkal v
He had made it
Istanbulu.
through to Europe,
Vzládl
but
to do
then
Evropy,
had come back to get his
pak se
family.
vrátil pro rodinu.
But that's
Ale to už
another
je jiný
story.
příběh.
He had come across this Balkan tours on his way back from Serbia. He warned everyone about them who would listen. Apparently, they had a charitable program to
Měli
help
nějaký
refugees,
program prostě
promising to help
charitativní,
them, but no one
který sliboval,
who
že jim
accepted
pomůže.
their help was ever seen from again. People
Ale lidi začali jenom
just
mizet.
disappeared. And it wasn't just people
A nebyli to jen lidi, ale celé
either.
komunity. Turisti taky.
Tourists too. They were strange
Byly to
stories.
zvláštní příběhy. Tam byla moje přítelkyně
Did she mention
v létě.
anything
Zmínila
about
ti
this
něco o
Balkan
Balkan
tours
Tours
to you?
předtím? Nikdy to nezmínila.
Yes, I guess merely the fact that you ever saw her again suggests otherwise. Still, it
Vypadá to
seems
jako
like a connection.
nějaké spojení, ano. Myslím si, že ho nějak se s ním jako potkala a psala si s ním. Spíš se zeptáme, co dělají lidem.
I only heard bits and pieces. Nothing very
Neslyšel jsem nic jasného.
Rooms
Byly tam
full of
pokoje
mirrors.
plné zrcadel.
People losing their minds
Lidi se
and
zbláznili
never
a
coming
už se nikdy nevrátili. Co? Aha. Muž s zrcadlovými očimi. Přesně.
Yes. People who were heading from Turkey into Croatia and Serbia were being warned about it. Watch out for mirrors. Rooms full of mirrors.
Dávej
Rooms
si
full
pozor
of
na
eyes.
zrcadla. Pokoje plné zrcadel a očí. Musím něco udělat, abych jí pomohl.
Well, my friend, I think right now the best thing you
Myslím, že
can do is run for safety.
Teď bude to
They
nejlepší
probably have a good
prostě
beat
se
on
postarat o své
location,
vlastní bezpečí.
assuming the tumbleweeds were on their payroll. Make no mistake, these guys are dangerous.
Jsou nebezpeční. Co se mi může stát ještě horšího, když je tohle sen?
Well, we've all been in a dream. We've wanted to wake up from, but couldn't. Right?
Každý jsme byli ve snu, z kterého jsme se chtěli probudit. No,
Let's just say there are people
řekněme,
who
že
thrive on that fear
se živí
and
tvým
have ways
strachem
of keeping you from waking
a
up.
drží tě od probuzení. Yikes, to je dobrá ta reakce.
Exactly. What did you do to these guys anyway?
Co jsi mu dělal?
Why you?
Nebo co jim děláš? Nebo uděláš? Cože? Nevím, ale je tu tady ta krabice, kterou chtějí, nebo po které jdou.
Right.
Jasně.
Where did you get the box?
Kde jsi ji zebral? Má přítelkyně mi ho jí dala.
They must be worried about what's inside.
Musí je zajímat, co je uvnitř.
Worried it will expose them, all the things they have done to her and to all the other people they have hurt.
Musí to mít něco společného s tím, co jim dělají těm lidem. Tak jaký je plán? Kam jdeme?
I wish I knew.
Kéž bych věděl.
Even if I make it to my destination, I'm still
I
not
kdybych
home.
dojel do cíle, pořád nejsem doma.
That's what it means to be an exile.
Kam jdeme? Jdeme přesně?
My niece, Nadia,
K
used to
Nadě.
ask me that question all the time.
Oh.
Where are you going, uncle?
Kam je
She
zase,
was
že
the
komu je
only
ta?
young person who knew I
Furt
was
se na
leaving.
něco ptáš.
Imagine, she knew when my father didn't. I was always mad at my sister for telling her. She would ask me that when I was putting her to bed. The only thing you can tell when a person that young asks you a question like that at bedtime. I told her the truth.
Řekl jsem jí pravdu.
Not the truth,
Ne úplnou.
but the truth wrapped in the blanket of a story.
Oh no. Ne! Nadín příběh.
There's a place where the river Tigris runs through Baghdad. A place called the Two-Story Bridge. When I was a kid, I would go fishing there and look out at the water and wonder where it all led.
No, vypráví příběh, jako co
As
bude
a
dělat, nebo
child,
tak, co má v
I was
plánu.
told that the farthest place on the
Kde jsi,
earth from
Cookie?
Baghdad is a place called
Jsi doma?
Fiji.
Cookie?
I
Jo,
would
je
train
doma.
my eyes on the horizon and imagine that all the water led there to the point where the sky met the earth. To my child's mind, Fiji was the place where the sky touches the earth.
Pěkná zadnice, to jo.
These people of Fiji they must be very tolerant.
Což je, že jsou tam lidi v píči, já to vidím, no. Trošku jim padají mraky na hlavu, nejsou to ti roboti z toho letadla.
Eventually, they resolved to leave and find a new home, where the sky was farther from the earth,
Ježišmarja.
where the pandanus tree can grow high enough to be woven. So, they left this land right under the sky, leaving behind those people, so old and bent that they no longer cared to stand up straight. The other Fijians gradually moved away from the edge of the world, and the sky got a little higher, and then they found a marvelous place. It was fertile and lush, with excellent weather, an orange tree for every backyard. But there was one problem.
Byl to jeden problém.
Earthquakes.
Aha, zemětřesení.
Terrible earthquakes.
Strašlivé zemětřesení.
As frequent as rains during the springtime in
jako
this
deště.
country. All because the sky was still close to the earth. When there's thunder, it echoes off the roof of the sky and causes the ground to break.
Co to je? Probuch?
The Fijians adjusted. They built their entire civilization out of rubber. Rubber houses with rubber beds that would sway during the quakes.
Dobře.
With rubber restraints that would hold the sleeping Fijians tight while they dreamed.
Okay. Proč stojíme? Jo, dobrý.
But Nadia didn't want a bedtime story about that. She wanted a story about good
Chtěla
and
příběh
evil.
o dobru a zlu.
The kind of story children like.
Takové, co mají děti rády.
I changed it for her.
Tak jsem jí to
About
změnil.
a Fijian princess called Nadia, who finds the source of all the earthquakes.
Dobře. Co se stalo s tou jako pohádkovou verzí?
So, Nadia finds a dragon hiding under the earth.
Našla
A
draka
dragon
pod
with a
zemí.
splinter in its toe, whose terrible roaring causes the earth to
Cože?
break. Nadia slays the dragon.
Řeval
and
bolestí,
saves
až
the
se
people
zem
by uttering a
otřásala.
magic spell. Gonothi, say out ton.
Anglicky, prosím, co to řekla?
Gonothi, say out ton.
Potřebuju to k
It's
něčemu?
actually Greek.
Jo, to je řecky.
Rolls right off the tongue. No? Okay. That was interesting. Can you say that again? All the mirror eyes closed.
Tohle je to kouzlo, o kterém Vern. Co to znamená, ty slova mě zajímá?
I'm not sure.
Nejsem si
I
jistý.
think something
Myslím něco
about
o
closing
zavírání
eyes.
očí. To teď potřebuju.
Seems like it. And look, that's not the spell's only power. The card. There's a phone number on it now.
What? Je. Co ti jebe?
Do you know what this means?
Víš, co to znamená?
I think
Myslím, že
you're
jsme
ready to make a certain
připraveni, nebo jsi připraven na telefonát. Balkan Tours.
Right. Ready to put your spell to use?
Yes.
Good. Do you have a phone?
Yes. Není jako můj, ale mám ho.
Even
Patří
better.
jak se to jmenuje?
Here's the plan. You call them and tell them you want to sign up for a tour.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
Ano.
If they act like they're taking you on a tour, everything is good.
Pokud tě budou chtít vzít na výlet, tak je to v pohodě.
They'll try to distract you while they kidnap you. Take it from me. They tell you someone you care about is in danger, but don't believe it.
Jasně.
If everything's
Budou
fine,
lhát.
then
Servírka je to
everything's fine.
slovo, tak.
But
Telefon
if
servírky.
someone you know is in danger, it's a trap. Get out of there. Are you ready?
Okay.
Dial the number.
Aha, tak ne. Haló. Už. Slastní to zvuk.
Yeah.
Ano. Kdo to je?
Who is this?
Mám zájem o výlet.
That's a big park. You near the Argus gas station on Route 90?
Ano.
All right. I'll pick you up in an hour.
Vyzvednu tě do hodiny? Vyzvednete mě?
You don't have a car, do you?
Nemáš auto, ne? Hej, co to je za otázky? Jak to víte? To se tím vůbec neprozradíš, ty debile.
Just guess from your voice.
Jen to hádám z tvého hlasu.
See you in an hour.
Hlavně, že určitě jde slyšet v tom telefonu ten zvuk té jízdy. Jak tě najdu?
Don't worry. I'll find you.
O to se nestarej, já najdu tebe. Aspoň to nedělá zvuky jako Zieglerův pracovní phone, nebo jo, nevím. Ale tenhle se mi líbí právě. Fungovalo to.
Isn't that how these things normally work in the stories of this country?
Cože?
Other characters shows up, impart some hard-earned wisdom, then conveniently fades away.
Ne? Nikam nemys, potřebuji tvou pomoc.
It's a few minutes before 3:30 in Istanbul.
Co?
There's another raft waiting.
Ne!
Another try.
Kdo bude řídit? Good luck.
Thanks. To you too.
Díky.
I think you'll be fine.
Zvoní budík. To je blbý.
Even in the cars of
Pojďte, hele dopis.
I've left something for you.
Díky, už to vidím.
Hey, sorry I haven't written in a while.
Promiň, že jsem ti už chvíli nenapsala. Pěkně, no. A ten zrzek je kdo? To zjistíme. Morgane?
Hey, sorry I haven't written in a while.
Promiň, že jsem ti už nenapsala nějakou dobu. Trvalo mi, než jsem přišla na to, kde koupit známky. Takže ti posílám něco z mé cesty, jak jsem slíbila.
Last week I was at yet another barbecue. People here really enjoy their pork chops, let me tell you. There was this old-timer there, the host's father. He was talking about inflation during the war years. He ran upstairs to get something he was excited to show me.
Mluví o svých
He comes back down with a
zážitcích.
50 billion dinar bill.
What?
He starts talking about, at the time they printed it, inflation was so bad that in the morning it could buy one sandwich. By lunchtime, it could buy half a sandwich. It's a beautiful piece of printing, don't you think? All these O's lined up next to each other. Anyway, keep it tucked away for safekeeping. The big piece of news on my end is that yesterday, I finally tackled my fear of heights.
Včera jsem překonala svůj
Your
strach z
humble
výšek.
correspondent from the Balkans went hang gliding. Yes, me. Hard to believe, I know. I wasn't gonna do it, but this tour guide guy I met talked me into it. Facing my
Překecali mě k
fears and all
tomu.
that. But then the tour guide takes me to the hill where they do the hang gliding, and they're talking about the most crazy thing that happened the week before. You're not going to believe this.
Tomuhle nebudeš věřit.
It's a tandem dive, so they have you strapped in with an instructor, right? Well,
Okay.
last week they strapped someone in.
Někoho
But the
tam
instructor
přivázali
forgot to strap himself in securely.
a instruktor se
They go
zapomněl
running off the
uvázat,
cliff, and the
zajistit.
instructor tumbles down the hill. The
Takže
instructor was
vyběhli,
okay, just some bruises. But now the
spadl
other
jako
person
někde
is
do
stuck
křoví,
up in
ale
the
ten,
air
co tam
with
zůstal,
no
tak
idea how to
nevěděl,
fly
jak
the
se s tím
thing.
lítá.
Everyone on the ground is freaking out.
Každý
yelling
na zemi
instructions up in the
vyšiloval.
air about what to do. The girl said later that once she got over the initial terror, it was like she'd been flying a hang glider all her life.
Tak to nějak překonala. Jakoby lítala celý život.
It must have been exhilarating.
Já to
conquering
hledám.
that first wave of fear.
To asi ne, jenom se rozhlížím.
And once you're up there, it is
Jak jsi
amazing.
nahoře, tak je to úžasné.
The best thing is that you look down and there are these tiny white cotton ball things on the ground, and then you realize they're sheep. It's not so hard to steer either once you get the hang of it. Today, when I was looking for stamps, I bought one of those inspirational refrigerator magnets in a tourist shop. It says, "Do one thing every day that scares you."
Každý den udělejte jednu věc, co vás děsí.
But I actually think it's profound.
Co vás děsí? Svěřte se mi. Tak, jdeme něco sbírat, ale jakoby nevím co, protože tu vidím jenom mraky a OK. Dobře. Jak to
I
můžu
hope we can do
zrušit,
stuff
nebo...
like this on our road trip together. Can we? Sometimes I hate how we live in Seattle. Just sitting around in our own heads all the time. I feel like it's the reason we've been arguing more lately before I left.
Dobře. Leď k tomu.
If you don't shake the fear out of your system on a regular basis, it curdles up into anger. I don't want to be angry.
Tak nebuď, vole. Nasraná. Tak. Co dál? Si to mlíko, tak to nepiju. Anger.
Well, time for your idealistic correspondent to sign off. I'm so used to writing emails that it hurts my hand to write a real letter now. How sad is that? But I promise to write more often.
Že slibuje, že
What
bude
about
psát
you?
častěji. Co
I don't
ty?
expect a real letter, but an email would be great. How is everything
Nečekám opravdový dopis, ale e-mail by
How
byl
did it go
fajn.
with that California assignment? The thing about grape farmers? That was this week, right? I miss you.
Chybíš mi?
I feel a little nervous about coming back home to you.
Trochu jsem nervózní z toho se k tobě vrátit domů.
That's what I've learned here. Fear is the mind killer. Love you.
OK. Dobře, takže mu napsala. A kde se to pak posralo?
There you are.
Tady si, co? Promiň, jsem trochu odpadla.
Nice of you to grace us with your presence.
Nemel.
I've been looking all over for you.
Co?
You were supposed to be waiting by the post office.
Hledal jsem tě, měl jsi čekat u té nějaké pošty nebo čeho. Promiň, něco jsem dělal. Myslel jsem, že mám být u benzínky.
Look, we've all got a lot on our minds since the accident. I don't have time to drive all over Mankato looking for you. Barely gotten any sleep
Nemám
since
čas
it
na to
happened.
tě celou dobu hledat.
Duh, the accident, right?
Nehoda? Byla to blbá nehoda, těžká nehoda?
She's in the ICU being evaluated for something called subfucking arachnoid hemorrhage.
Co?
So, yeah, she's great, dude. Never been better.
Kam přesně míříme?
What? Hang on.
What? What the... Jak řídíš?
Shut up. This isn't just any kind of phone call.
Mě už asi do čisté jebe.
No, I know.
Halo? Mám divného řidiče, potřebuju vyměnit řidiče. Jo, sedí tady přesně.
Do you want to talk to him?
Chceš si s ním promluvit? Mám ho dát k tobě jako živě?
No, I didn't think so.
Ne, to si nemyslím. Co? Nepomlouvejte mě!
Yes. Okay, I'll
tak
wait then.
počkám. Co to bylo?
What?
Co? Ta helma?
It's called a headset.
Říká se tomu
It's a good way
headset?
to not wreck your car while you're using a phone.
To vidím.
Something I would think you'd be very
Je to fajn
invested in at this
věc, jak
point.
nevybourat autem, když jsi na telefonu.
Look, it was an accident, I know. Sorry. But you just don't pull a phone out of someone's hand while they're behind the wheel. You should have known better.
Ne. Vypněte to někdo? Co? Titulky? Darlene?
What?
Nic neříkej? Aha, jen ty mě můžeš slyšet. Neříkej ani slovo. Máš... Jestli máš krabici, tak
Hey,
otevři okno.
I'm trying to listen to this.
Počkej, snažím se to poslouchat. Promiň. Dobře. Jasně. Nemůžeš je pustit k té krabici. Dovezou tě k ní. Ok, musíš být opatrnej. Musíš zjistit, kolik toho ví. Kam jdeme?
To the hospital.
Do nemocnice.
Is this funny to you?
Přijde ti to
Because it's not to
vtipný?
me.
Protože mě ne. A co Balkan Tours?
Do you really want to go there?
Opravdu tam chce žít? Chceš o tomhle mluvit? Teď?
Of all moments?
Ze všech těch chvil?
Fine.
Dobře.
Listen, I know that she wasn't honest with
Vím,
you.
že s tebou, jako, že ti nebyla upřímná.
I know it hurt you, man. But you two'd been growing apart for a while. In the end, she just wanted to be with someone more dedicated. That's the direction she was growing.
To si nemyslím.
It didn't happen overnight, but the trip to
Nestalo se to
Europe
přes
and
noc.
meeting Craig,
No prostě, že potkala nějakého chlapa, no dobře. Toho s těma očičkama. Vím, že s ním pracuješ. A Craig je ten, co ji ublížil, ne mě. Tak to říkejme, spíš jako nebudeme říkat věci, co se jako týkají toho, že víme, co je to zač.
Oh, is that what you tell yourself?
Tohle si nalháváš, že to je jeho chyba?
Fine, whatever.
No jasně.
Yes, we're all working against you.
Ano, všichni jsme proti tobě.
Are you satisfied now?
Jseš teď
Because
spokojený?
this is hardly the time to bring your hurt feelings out onto the stage. Can I tell you something?
Můžu ti něco říct?
You're a great photographer.
Jsi výborný fotograf.
But at some point, if people keep screwing you over, keep betraying you, at a certain point, if everywhere you go, people keep being assholes to you, well, guess what? Maybe you're the asshole.
Když se k tobě všichni chovají hnusně, tak hádej, možná ty seš ten, co s tím začal. Nevadí, když zapnu rádio?
The radio?
Rádio?
Sure, go ahead.
Jasně.
Copernicus, there's no time to lose.
Není čas. Musíš rychle.
Before he puts that helmet on again. Use this bell. Stop him.
What? Yeah, know thyself. That's what I'm talking about.
Co?
Ganathi seaton. Greek for know
Takže
thyself.
na něho to nefunguje.
That's a good start.
Nemůžu to říct, vole, do prdele. On se bude myslet, že jsem se zbláznil, když tady začnu vyřvávat. Darlene, to kouzlo nefunguje. Tak jo.
I know you've had a rough 24 hours.
Vím, že jsi měl tuhých 24 hodin, my všichni.
I mean, she's my sister.
Je má sestra, navíc. Lže. Sestra?
Hang on again, I
Počkej.
gotta get this.
To prdele. Co mám dělat?
Yeah, I'm here. We'll be there in just a few minutes.
Co? Za pár minut?
Yeah, he tried it just like we expected.
Jo, zkoušel to, jak jsme čekali.
No, I'm fine.
Ne, jsem v pohodě.
I agree. It's time
Ano,
to call
souhlasím.
Step on the brake. Stop him. Do it. Step on the brake.
Dělej, něco dělej!
What are you doing?
Teď bude ta autonehoda, no. Kurva. O které se mluvilo na začátku. Wow. Darlene? Asi nefunguje rádio. Tak si otevřem okýnko. Co mám dělat? Mám zavolat někomu? Haló? Vezmu ti klíč, to je vlastně dobrý nápad. Odemknem a podíváme se, co tam je. Do prdele. Co tam je? What? That? Find memory image. Já nechápu ty čísla tady. Himmel. Jsem zmaten? Halo? Kde mám kurzor? Potřebuji kurzor?
Visiting hours are until 7, so yes, you'll get a chance to see her.
What?
She thinks you've caused some kind of accident.
That was some argument.
You two came by my house, yes? See, that's my silo.
Teď to budeme muset normálně seřadit nějak jako časově po sobě. To je blbý.
I'm going away for 2 months. I'll be back before you know it.
Takže tady ona odjíždí.
Here's a security deposit. I wasn't gonna do it, but this tour guide guy I met talked me into it. So I'm sending you something from my trip, like I promised.
Můžu to nějak otočit?
That was some
Jo,
argument.
takhle to jde. Já nevím, jako jestli 4 je ten konec, anebo to brát... No já musím začít u 1, stejně, takže...
I'm going away for 2 months. Here's a security deposit. I'm going away for 2 months.
Já nevím.
I'll be back before you know it.
Takže mi to teď nejde přehrát. Jsem zmaten?
I'm going away for 2 months. I'll be back before you... Here's a security deposit.
To mi to nejde. Jakoby přehrávat. Nevím
Here's
proč.
a security deposit. I'm going away for 2 months.
Mám dát jako čistě letadla, to je blbost.
I'm going away for 2 months. I'll be back before you know it. I'm going
To je
away for
blbý
2
tohle.
months. I'll be back before you know. I'm going
Jako
away
víme,
for
že
2
ta
months.
autonehoda bude až
I'll be
úplně
back before you know
poslední.
it.
Visiting hours are until
Já to tady
7,
zkusím
so yes, you'll get
popřetáčet.
a chance to see her.
Tady jsme byli s tím Silem a ještě...
So I'm sending you something from my trip, like I promised.
No, ale to už byla na té dovolené. To je blbý tohle, no.
I'm going away for 2 months. I'll be back before you know it.
No, myslím, že netrefil zrovna vhodnou hru, růžku, ale nevadí. Já nevím, proč mi to nejde
I'm going away
přehrát.
for 2 months. I'll be back before you know it.
What the f...
I'm going away for 2 months. I'll be back before you know it.
To je divné tohle.
Here's a security deposit. I wasn't gonna do it, but this tour guide guy I met talked me into it.
To je na mě moc složité.
So I'm sending you something from my trip, like I promised.
She thinks you've caused some kind of accident.
That was some argument.
You two came by my house, yes? See,
To
that's...
bylo ještě před
that's
tou
my son.
dovolenou tohle
They're in the
všechno.
background.
That was some argument.
Jo, takhle, já mám to, co slyším, to tam mám dát asi, že?
I'm going away for 2 months. I'll be back before you know it.
Tak to já nevím, kde začalo, ale asi v té jídelně. Ne, to oni, to, že bude 2 měsíce pryč, řešili u toho chlapka se Silem, ale to je přece tady.
I wasn't gonna do it, but this tour guide guy I met
Tak
talked me into
přemluvili
it.
k tomuto,
So I'm sending you something from my trip, like I
posílá
promised.
dopis,
You two came by my house,
přišli
yes?
jste
See,
do mýho
that's
domu,
my silo. There.
That was some argument.
hádka v jídelně, nebo
I'm
co?
going away for 2 months.
Budu pryč 2
I'll be back
měsíce, to
before
nevím,
you
kde
know it.
řekla. Já prostě nevím, kde se o tom bavili, jestli taky v té...
I'm going away for 2 months. I'll be back before you know it. Here's a security deposit.
To je letiště. Něco mi tady chybí.
Visiting hours are until 7, so yes, you'll get a chance to see her.
She thinks you've caused some kind of accident.
Tak to spíš bude tady ta nehoda.
Visiting hours are until 7, so yes, you'll get a chance to see her.
Nemocnice.
I'm going away for 2 months.
Já nevím, kde to
I'll be
říkala,
back before you
že
know
budou
it.
2 měsíce od sebe. Asi tady.
I'm going away for 2 months. I'll be back before you know it.
Tak nevím. Takže kdo to přeskočil?
I'm going away for 2 months. I'll be back before.
Nuh-uh.
I'm going away for 2 months. I'll be back before you know it. I'm going away for
Nic, já
2
to budu muset
months.
zkoušet
I'll
náhodou,
be back-
protože
I'm
tady
going
nevím,
away
jak
for
to je
2
s tím
months. I'm going
prvním.
away for 2 months. I'm going away for 2 months. I'm going away for 2 months. I'm going away for
Pardon.
2 months. I'm going away for 2
Ne, tak to
months.
vypadá, že to mám
I'll be back
špatně.
before you know it.
To prostě nahoru nepůjde. Tohle všechno mám dobře jinak.
I'm going away for 2 months. I'll be back before
Když
you
mu
know
dávala
it.
tu kostku, jo, aha. Tak to nevím. Ne. Když mu dávala tu kostku, tak říkala, že 2 měsíce bude pryč.
I'm going away for 2 months. I'll be back before you know it. Here's a security deposit. I'm going away for 2 months. I'll be back before you know it. I'm going away for 2 months. I'll be back
Tak
before you know
letadlo je
it.
blbě?
Here's a security deposit.
Možná
I'm
jo.
going away for
Takže
2
dáme
months.
tohle.
I'll be back before you know it.
Tady dáme.
Here's a security deposit.
Tož to nevím. To letadlo mi tam sedí nejvíc.
Here's a security deposit. Here's a security deposit.
Ne,
Here's a
tady je
security
něco
deposit.
špatně, nevím co.
Here's a security deposit.
To musí být letadlo, jako. Toto je všechno dobře, jenom tohle je blbě a nevím proč.
I'm going away for 2 months.
A všechno
I'll be
zkoušeli?
back before. I'm going away for 2 months.
Všechno.
I'll be back before you know it. I'm going away for 2 months. I'll be back before you know it. I'm going away for 2 months. I'll be back before you know it. I'm going away for 2 months. I'll be back before. Here's a security
Když to
deposit. It's
prohodím,
great,
jo.
right? I'll send you something special from Europe to put inside. It's a beautiful piece of printing, don't you think? All these O's lined up next to each other.
The argument back at the diner, maybe there was something missing for her.
Find the man with many eyes.
Tak co je v
They're the
krabici?
ones who did this to you.
Oči. Výborně.
He has 10 eyes. He wears them around his wrist, like a bracelet.
On mi zdrhnul do prdele. Co to je? My jsme on? Ne, nevím. Kazeta. Já myslím, že se tam trká zrovna takhle. Zachraň mě před tím pánem. Dobrý den? Pomoc?
Help me, save me from this man.
Pomůže mi, zachraň mě před tím panem.
Flew into the bottle on purpose. What are you, the public defender to all things living?
Fireflies can't talk. Someone has to speak up for him. If the 6 tiny mittens
Nemůžou
don't
mluvit,
fit,
někdo za ně
he
musí mluvit.
Yeah, I'll set it free in a minute. I just think this light is incredible.
Hned ji pustíme.
Let's keep him as our pet.
Nechme si ho jako miláčka, mazlíčka.
I think I'll always remember this.
Tohle se budu vždycky pamatovat.
Nights, right?
Je to jedna z těch
One
nocí.
of what nights?
Jakých nocí?
We'll always have this. If you ever get to a point where you feel like you've lost me, all you have to do is find your way back to here and sit down beside me.
I hope the grass isn't so wet next time.
I'm serious. Write a note to your future self and put it in this bottle.
Napiš si vzkaz
If there's
svému
ever a
budoucímu
point
já
where
a dej
things
to
have
do
gotten
lahvy.
totally
Do lahvy.
screwed up
No,
between
do
us,
lahvy. Okay.
that moment isn't real. This one is. All you have to do is find your way back to me.
Ty co musíš
What if I can't
je najít
find the
cestu
way?
zpátky ke mně.
That's why I've made you this beacon. A bottle with a green light to show you the way. Sense of direction isn't exactly your strong suit, Copernicus. Let's make a pact. With this honorable firefly as witness. I promise my screwed up future self won't mess this up for us.
I don't know. My future self can be a real jerk.
Mine too.
To asi
We're
je.
going to make mistakes. Hurt each other.
Budeme dělat chyby,
Everyone does it.
ubližovat si. Všichni to dělají.
So, time traveler, what news? What wisdom do you bring from the future?
That it's never too late. That any
Nikdy není
mistake can
pozdě.
be fixed.
A chyby můžou být
Good.
napraveny.
If that's what you believe.
Dobře, pokud to věříš. A dál? Haló? 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 Konec? To bylo všechno. Takže nevím. Vlastně nevím nic. Nebo jsem to nepochňopila. Ale bylo to zajímavý, jako zajímavý zážitek, zajímavých 5 asi snů, by se dalo říct. Ale nějak vlastně nevím. Co jste z toho vydedukovali vy? Možná si k tomu přečtem něco. Mindfuck, jen doufám, že nepojedem znova na jiné volby. Ne, nepojedem. Zvláštní konec a nic nevíme. Jako došlo k té autonehodě. skončila v nemocnici. My si to možná dávali za vinu, třeba jsme taky byli obětí té autonehody a tím pádem jsme si nepamatovali spoustu věcí, ale takhle to asi nebylo. Je to celé takové jako snové, zvláštní, plné symbolismů a různých jako záhad. Do prčic. Moc nám nepomohli teda. Hitchhiker. Ono se to jmenuje Mystery Game vyloženě, jo, takže ono to asi nemá být hned k rozlousknutí. I'm a Kendalo. Prý, teď jsem dohrál Hitchhikera, užil jsem si to, ale tak trošku jsem zklamán koncem. Co si myslí ostatní? Měl jsem velká očekávání pro konec, taky jsem byl zklamán, že jsme se nepodívali do toho skladu těch ztracených věcí. To jo, no. Jaký byl tvůj konec? Jich víc? Tady se to někomu buglo. Přišel jsem, protože jsem doufal, že to bude někdo, kdo bude chápat konec víc, ale vypadá to, že jsme všichni ztracení.